Imagine you are unconscious. The person that is going to pick the call, will that person be the right person? Will that person make the right decision for you? Here are 9 things to consider before listing someone as your emergency contact. Now, before I go on to list that, emergency contact is not just about listing somebody's phone number, email, and other information as your emergency contact. It should be somebody that is well put together, not somebody that when they say hello, there's been an emergency, there's been an accident, and before they will say the next line, the person have fainted. Don't pick that person as your emergency contact. Even if you have picked that person already, whether it's your spouse or your sibling, go now and change that person as your emergency contact. Put somebody that can ask the right questions. Put somebody that can take hold of their emotions. When they hear there's been an emergency, they will not faint. They will not start shouting. They will put themselves together and ask the right questions. The first thing to consider is their willingness. You might know the person, but they are not willing. So it's very important that you seek their consent and inform them why you want to choose them as your emergency contact. The second is reliability. Is it somebody that can pick call? So people don't pick their call, they don't reply to their messages. Don't pick that kind of person as your emergency contact. If you are using somebody as your emergency contact, it has to be someone that replies to their call, their messages promptly. That is the vital thing, not after 1 week. The next thing is your relationship with them. It should be someone that have some kind of relationship with you. Okay, it could be your colleague, your family member, your spouse, a friend, anyone, but they should have some kind of relationship with you, somebody you can trust. Next is ability to make decision. That is number 4, the ability to make decision. Make sure you choose someone that can stand in for you, can make decisions that if you were to be conscious, if you were to make the decision yourself, you will be able to do or say the same thing that they will say on your behalf. Number 5 thing is proximity. Don't be in Nigeria and choose your and lead somebody that is in the UK as your emergency contact. If you have listed someone like that, also make sure that you lead someone close by that can be physically present. The sixth one is knowledge of your medical information. The person should have some knowledge about your medical information. They should know at least your blood group. They should know whether you are hypertensive. They should know whether you are allergic to one drug or to one food or another. Just make sure they have a little bit of that information. Number 7 is make sure that the contacts they are using is their current contact. Some people change their phone number every Eke market day, including their email. So make sure that their email and their phone number is the current one before you put that as your emergency contact. Number 8 is privacy consideration. When you are listing someone as your emergency contact, make sure it's somebody that you can trust, because they are going to have some kind of limited access to your health information. Okay, if for example that you're unconscious and unable to make that decision, so you have to choose somebody that you can trust. Also, the last but not the least, a backup contact. If the person you listed as your first emergency contact is not available, make sure you list a backup contact. In summary, I am trying to say that make sure that the person you listed as your emergency contact is not somebody that panics in the case of emergency, in the case of events not expected. Okay, make sure it's somebody that can actually put themselves together. Make sure that it's somebody that is trustworthy, available, and reliable. So if you have not followed me, press that blue button and follow me. Pinye aka n'akara nsonye, sonyere m. I share this video. Save it because you are going to need it.